They're about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the San Francisco 49ers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Ready.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And Lance now to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Taken from just outside the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. Touchdown, L.A. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You say, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Off the option, here's McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it and picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball.
And now before the ball changes hands, look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Here we go, set. Go team. Green jack. Ready.
A give running left. It's McCaffrey. He'll get this down to the 38. The Niners at 500 now, 4-4 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And he'll snag about 5 yards down at the 32.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
Oh, look at this play call. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. And the gadget play here on 4th down winds up backfiring. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that...
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. From the shotgun, now the ball comes loose and picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, They were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. On the move past the 40. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And incomplete on the deep ball.
So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
Herbert off of play action. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Gerald Everett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Pinheiro now to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go. And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel. 62 yards. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
This caught left side by the tight end Parham. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback. Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Jalen Guyton,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
On 2nd and 9,
Lance.
And the grab by Croft.
And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He'll field this at the 5. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. Play action. It's Herbert. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Herbert.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down.
That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field. Off the play fake to Eckler. It's Herbert.
And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal?
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal?
Herbert going to keep it on the sneak.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Justin Herbert
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. 1 second, all that remains. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And picked up by the Chargers. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how infrequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you aren't inclined to pick this as the game signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic. And as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now it's Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Herbert on 3rd down now. They'll find Everett there, complete. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run.
Finding room at midfield.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Chargers are going to get themselves a fresh set of downs here.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Lance. That's to McCaffrey, complete.
He's got room at the 30.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, an
18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Niners are able to cut into that deficit.
Gold with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert on the move to his left. Caught left side, Williams. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Draw play, it's Eckler. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes.
Well-timed effort there by Derwin James. A sack from his safety position.
2nd and 11.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Herbert now. He's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
A gain of 30. And the Chargers first down.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10 from the shotgun. Here's Herbert. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snapped, and they're there and end up making the play.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Herbert operating from the red zone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Herbert back to the air. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Well, they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Third and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20. To the air again, Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Gerald Everett with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And this is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That goes for a gain of 31. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make
touchdown. Austin Eckler, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build on to their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready?
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Slot man moves right. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Ready.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Cycle.
Now Lance.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Now a throw here to his running back.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Herbert off of play action. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Ball's red.
On 2nd and 10, Lance. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Hey, green. Ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
He finds Randall Cobb with a completion.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now Lance again. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes.
Khalil Mack coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.